My favorite memory at USchool is becoming the team captain of the lacrosse team. My other favorite memory at USchool is making a lot of new friends that will carry me through high school.
My favorite memories at USchool would be trying out a new sport like lacrosse and all the fun trips we have been on, like the Keys, Boston, and Washington, D.C.
One of my favorite memories at USchool will probably be winning our first math competition on Math Team Alpha Theta. Also, I will really miss my teachers here that I met in USchool.
One of my favorite memories from middle school is winning the 8th grade boys basketball championship and receiving Scholar Athlete. I will miss my teachers and the middle school sports programs.
My favorite two memories from middle school was the Washington trip and when NJHS visited the Jack and Jill Children's Center because it was a really cool, eye-opening experience.
One of my favorite memories at USchool was making lots of new friends. I also enjoyed the Washington, D.C. trip because I got to learn and be with my friends.
My favorite memories at USchool were going on all the school trips, doing all the fun activities, and talking with my friends and teachers. I'm never going to forget my great middle school experience. Two things that I'll miss at the middle school is the Keys trip where we swim with the dolphins and all of my close friends that are leaving this year.
Two of my favorite memories at university school has been the 2017 Middle School Nationals for Speech and Debate, and I enjoyed the Boston trip in 7th grade.
The things I'm going to miss most about the middle school are the people in my classes, the support given by the teachers for the past 3 years, and the opportunities the middle school has to offer.
Two things I will miss of USchool Middle School are the teachers who were vastly helpful, as well as the Jell-O, which when it melted turned into a delicious little drink.
My favorite memory at USchool was when the middle school boys soccer team made it to the semifinals, and then we won and we made it to the finals. We were the 2 seed, and that's the first time that's ever happened in USchool history. And then I also miss the recess games of basketball.
Two things I will miss about the middle school is my friends that are leaving and won't go to high school with me, and I will miss my teachers because they were the best.
One of my favorite memories from USchool is going on the 8th grade Washington trip. It was a lot of fun because I had all my friends there. And I will miss my teacher, Ms. Capoletti, because she made social studies more interesting and fun.
My favorite memory from middle school has been making some of my closest friends, and one thing I'll miss is being a part of the USchool volleyball team.
My favorite two memories from USchool were the 8th grade trip to DC and the Keys trip in 6th grade, and also competing for the school.
My favorite memories at USchool are being on the basketball team, spending time with my friends at break and lunch, and creating friendships that will last a lifetime.
The things I will miss most about the middle school are the amazing teachers and all of the support they gave me, which helped me succeed and have fun throughout 6th, 7th, and 8th grade.
My favorite memory about USchool was when I joined the soccer team. I got excited and I tried and put in the work into being a starter. Also, when I got good grades on my report card, I impressed myself and my family.
My two favorite memories in the middle school were the 8th grade Washington, D.C. trip and playing on the volleyball team after school because I got to spend time with my friends.
Two of my favorite memories in middle school are my electives, ceramics and photography, and being part of the dance production.
The 8th grade trip to Washington, D.C. was one of my favorite middle school memories because we got to see so many monuments and museums with my friends.
My first favorite memory was the Boston trip in 7th grade. I really enjoyed all the freedom we got and all the activities that we did. My second favorite memory was the DC trip. We were able to hang out with all of our friends and learned a lot of information.
Two of my favorite memories at USchool are going on the Washington trip and telling jokes at lunch with my friends. Two of the things I will miss from the middle school are the great teachers and all my friends there.
Some of my favorite memories at USchool were the DC trip because we had an amazing experience traveling to different monuments and museums. I also had the chance to spend more time with my friends. I also enjoyed competing in BCCTM and other competitions because they were very fun learning experiences.
Two things I'm going to miss about USchool are all of my friends and the bus rides to sports events.
What I will miss about the middle school is the memories my friends and I made on the school trips, also during the school day.
When I graduate middle school, I'm going to miss Miss Capoletti, Miss Enzio, and Mr. Walters because they helped me through middle school. And I'm also going to miss playing on the same volleyball team as my big sister.
My favorite memories at USchool were the DC trip because I got to spend time with my friends, and Miss Osborne's geometry class because she was a really good teacher.
One of my favorite memories at the school was my first chorus concert with my friends beside me, and also when we did the escape room.
I'm going to miss my friends who are leaving and some of my teachers, but also making memories like having fun at break and stuff.
My two favorite memories at USchool are all the fun trips with my friends, including thespians and all the musicals I have been in. I will also miss all the lunch staff and all the food they give me.
My two favorite memories I had while being at USchool are being on the high school lacrosse and basketball teams because I got to make new friends from different schools and develop new relationships with my teammates.
One of the best memories when I came to USchool, I made a really good friend, and I can't wait to see her in upper school.
Some of my favorite memories from USchool will be the amazing teachers and friends and the Washington, D.C. trip where I enjoyed the cold weather.
Two things that I'm going to miss this year from middle school are all the great trips, such as the Keys, Washington, and Boston. And I'm also going to miss all my friends that I've made along the way.
One thing that I'll miss about middle school is the relationship I formed with my teachers because they were extremely helpful to the future of my learning. I will also miss my after-school sports like soccer and lacrosse.
My favorite USchool memory is going to Congrès and being able to spend time and bond with my friends.
My favorite memory is trip to the Washington, D.C. because I made a lot of new friends and also had a lot of fun.
My favorite USchool memories from middle school was getting the opportunity to be on the track and field team and having such great teachers.
Two things that I will miss from USchool is being on a middle school sports team, and I'll miss all the teachers and their support and help.
My favorite middle school memory is coming here for the first time since it's my first year, and just everyone was so welcoming, and I made a lot of new friends, and I just felt great.
My favorite memory at USchool was making a bunch of new friends along the way and also hanging out with all my friends throughout the DC trip and seeing all the monuments.
Two things that I will miss at the middle school are the teachers and experience I had and the pleasure of not having to study for an hour a night.
My favorite middle school memory was the middle school debate tournament of champions because I was with a lot of my friends across multiple grades, and it was a lot of fun having all of the winning and losing and just laughing together.
One of my favorite memories at USchool is being able to come here and be welcomed by everybody as a new student, and my other favorite memory is to be able to play on the lacrosse team for 2 years.
My favorite memory while at USchool was the China trip, where we went to go sightseeing in the Great Wall of China. It was really amazing.
Two of my favorite memories that I'll miss at USchool are making new friends and playing on the high school and middle school lacrosse team.
Memories I made these past years are discovering all my new friends that have shaped me into the person I am today and who have always been there for me. I also loved being a part of the sports teams in the middle school.
Three things I will miss about the middle school are playing on the basketball team, making lots of new friends, and the great trips.
The things I'm going to miss about middle school are all the amazing teachers who were able to support me along the way and all the time I spent outside with my friends playing basketball.
Some of my favorite memories from USchool were going with my friends to the trips, to the Keys trip, Boston trip, and Washington trip. I also enjoyed going to math and robotics competitions.
Two things that I will miss at the middle school are the amazing teachers that were dedicated to my learning and all the fun projects I did in my classes.
My two favorite memories at USchool are playing and meeting my friends and doing electives such as robotics.
The things I'm going to miss most about middle school is my friends that are leaving this year, all of my teachers, and especially Miss Capoletti.
My first favorite memory I had at USchool is the Boston trip because I got to spend time with my friends and I got to spend time in the cold. My second favorite memory I had at USchool is the Washington, D.C. trip because I got to spend time with my friends and I learned a lot of interesting facts.
Two of my favorite memories at USchool are being part of the dance company, going on all the grade trips, and the trip to China.
Two things I will miss at the middle school are my amazing teachers who are dedicated to my learning and the great experiences and trips with my friends.
Two of my favorite memories from the middle school are performing in shows and traveling on the school field trips to Boston, D.C., and the Keys. I'm going to miss my teachers when I graduate.
One of my favorite memories I've had at USchool is laughing at lunch with my friends. And one thing I'll miss about USchool is my interstellar 8th grade experience.
One thing that I'll miss from middle school is the freedom and localized experience of the middle school. Another thing that I'll miss are the amazing teachers and friends that I made along the way.
One of my favorite memories at USchool was playing sports here, and one of the things that I'll miss is playing sports with friends.
One thing I'll miss from my middle school year is the fantastic friends I've made throughout the school year. I will miss some of my favorite teachers that taught me what I need to know to get me to this moment.
One of the things I'll miss about the middle school is being able to go on the school trips and being able to hang out with all of my friends and being able to bond with my teachers.
Two things that I'll miss at USchool is the familiarity of the school and the new friends I made along the way with our classes.
My favorite memory from the middle school would have to be school trips because it's a fun learning experience with friends outside of the state.
I'll miss the fun school trips to the Keys, Boston, and D.C. Also, I'll miss being on the middle school girls soccer team because I was able to be with my friends and have fun at the same time.
One thing that I'll miss about the middle school is playing middle school football. Another thing that I will miss is going on all the trips with my friends.
One of my favorite memories from the middle school was making new friends, and when I go to high school, I'm going to miss my teachers.
The two things that I will miss the most from the middle school are all the teachers that I have come to know and love, and the easily navigable hallways.
My favorite memory while at USchool was being on the volleyball team and track team. My second favorite was meeting all of my friends that make me the person I am today.
Two great memories of mine from middle school will be the friends I've made this year and the fantastic school trips I've been on, such as the Boston trip and the DC trip.
The two things I will miss most about middle school is my amazing teachers and classes. Probably the two most important ones are Mr. Banks's classes and Miss Zoe's class.
Two of my favorite USchool memories are having so much fun with all my friends on the grade trips and competing and making friends at the French competitions in Orlando.
My first favorite memory of USchool was the Washington trip, and my second one was the Disney trip of Strings and Band.
My favorite memory from middle school is going on the 7th grade trip with all of my friends, and one thing I'll miss is being on the volleyball team for the past 3 years.
Two of my favorite things from middle school were traveling to Boston and going on the boat trip and making tons of new friends during my USchool experience.
The two things that I'll miss most about the middle school are all of the great trips that I went on, such as the Keys trip and the DC trip. I'll also miss all of the memories that I've made with my friends.
One thing I miss about the middle school is being with my friends and getting to learn all these new things and doing different activities.
The two things I'll miss most about middle school are all the great class trips we took and all the great and fun teachers that helped me through the years.
Two things I will miss from middle school would be my teachers and all my classes. I especially loved doing projects in science.
Two things that I'm going to miss from middle school are the amazing friends that I made here and the teachers that helped me throughout the whole year.
I will miss all the school trips like the Keys, Boston, and Washington because I was able to learn new things and hang out with my friends. I will also miss playing lacrosse and soccer with my friends and my team.
My favorite memories were the trips because I got to spend time with my friends. I love the pep rallies because of the energy that they bring to the school, and the teachers because of how they helped me and taught me many things I didn't know before.
At USchool, my favorite memories are recess and advisory, and all the fun times I've had playing sports at USchool, such as basketball.
What I will miss about middle school are all of the fun times and memories that my friends and I have made here throughout all of my school years here.
One thing that I will miss about middle school is all the fun times that I've had with my friends and my teachers, and all the laughs that we had in our classes throughout all the year.
One thing that I will miss in middle school is that we actually have recess, and that I can play basketball after lunch and during the day at break.
I will miss all the teachers that helped educate me in all my periods and the sports I played in, such as baseball, basketball, and football.
One of the things I'll miss from middle school are the robotics and coding classes. Another thing I'll miss from the middle school are the clubs and after-school activities.
Hanging out with friends is one of my favorite memories from youth school, and choir performances were fun to do with all of the choir kids. Two of my favorite memories at youth school are making new friends and all my teachers, playing lacrosse and soccer with all my friends.
Some things that I'm going to miss at USchool is going to the media center every day and being able to learn and develop my skills with the computer, and also being able to play with my friends at recess, sports, and just hang out with them.
Two of my favorite memories at USchool were making new friends this year and playing with them. I also like going to the DC trip.
My two favorite memories from USchool is meeting new friends each year, as well as being in the chorus concerts.
I will miss all of the teachers that made me feel very welcome to the school, and they helped me understand how things work out here. I will also miss all the fun and interactive lessons I had, such as making movie trailers in English.
The three things I will miss most at the middle school will be the Washington trip because of all the memories and fun, the people because of the friendships, and the media center because of Miss Delgado.
What I'm going to miss from my memories in USchool was the Boston trip in 7th grade and the Washington trip in 8th grade. And I really, truly am going to miss my teachers that really have taught me a lot in life.
My first favorite memory was making new friends, and my second favorite memory was learning Chinese because I was always interested in the culture.
At middle school, I will miss all of the amazing teachers who have been dedicated to making me a better student and being able to play on the school basketball teams.
Two things I'm going to miss are my amazing teachers who taught me so much and the amazing positive atmosphere the middle school gave me.
Two things that I'll miss at the middle school are the teachers that I've grown fond of over the last 3 years and the familiar halls.
My favorite memory at youth school was going to the Boston trip and having so much fun with my friends. At youth school, I have also met some of my best friends. I will always remember the amazing experience I had in middle school.
Some of my favorite memories at USchool are making new friends and getting closer with new people, and also exploring some of my interests and things I've never done before, like debate and art, which was really fun. Two of my favorite memories in USchool were hanging out in robotics and science club after school. Another one is hanging out in the media center and reading as much as possible. Two things that I'm going to miss at middle school is Dr. Chin, who supported me throughout middle school, and Mr. Mioli, my favorite math teacher in the world.
Two favorite memories at USchool were the first few days when I got to know all my friends and meeting all the teachers because they were all very nice and helpful. Two things I will miss at USchool in middle school are my friends and the teachers I had this year that were very helpful.
Some of my favorite memories at USchool were some of my classes. They were lots of fun, and I made many memories there.
Two things I'm going to miss about middle school is my amazing teachers, but especially Miss Harris and Mr. Walters. They really helped me through it all this year. It's going to be hard not to have them next year, but I know they'll always be there for me when I need them.
My favorite memory at USchool was going on the 6th grade trip to the Keys because I loved learning about all the different animals and spending time with my friends.
Two of my favorite memories from USchool are the Washington, D.C. trip and the robotics class because I got to build a bunch of robots.
Two of my favorite memories from USchool are
the Washington, D.C. trip in 8th grade, and watching Kenny the Shark on a rainy day in lower school.
What I've enjoyed the most throughout middle school is trying different sports like track and also trying debate, and I've had great teachers throughout the years and I've made lots of friends.
My favorite memory in USchool is building a boat in science class because it was so much fun. I will miss some friends because they're leaving next year, and I will miss some teachers as well.
My favorite memories from the middle school were all the wonderful teachers, making all the new friends, and all the variety of electives.
My favorite memories at USchool was being in the dance shows and being a part of the Writing Fellows program.
My favorite memories from middle school were going on all the fun trips with my friends like DC and Congrès and going to States with thespians.
My favorite part of middle school was going on all the grade trips to Boston, DC, and Key West with my friends and doing all the activities the school does with us.
Two things that I'm going to miss at the middle school are my teachers and the after-school activities such as baseball and basketball.
My two favorite memories that I had in middle school would be becoming friends with so many people and succeeding in sports like volleyball, basketball, and softball.
Some of my favorite memories of youth school were playing school sports like football, basketball, and being on track and field team, and making new friends.
Some of my favorite memories in middle school was going to Congrès with all my friends and going to Universal with the band. They were both so much fun.
One thing I will miss at middle school is the teachers because they are nice, and I will miss the food because the food tastes good.
Two of my favorite memories while at the middle school were the class trips such as the Washington, D.C. trip and being the president of National Junior Honor Society.
One of my favorite memories of youth school is getting to know my teachers. I will miss my teachers that taught me so much, and my friends too.
One of my favorite memories at youth school are my social studies teachers because they are nice to me and they guided me through middle school.
My favorite memories at USchool are the great friendships that I have made and the ability to do stuff I love like lacrosse and debate.
Two things that I will miss about the middle school are the school trips such as Washington, D.C. and Boston and playing on the soccer team.
Something I'm going to miss doing at USchool is definitely playing football and baseball and the coaching staff and the rest of the staff and friends and everything I did throughout the year.
I'm going to miss all the 6th graders and 7th graders because I have real good friends there, and I'm going to miss all the snacks because they're real good.
I will definitely miss all of my teachers that have supported me throughout my time here in the middle school. I love making projects and the hand learning experiences that we do here.
Two things that I will miss at the middle school will be the welcoming faculty and the enjoyable atmosphere, as well as the ability to use technology during lunch because I get to connect with my friends.
Two things that I will miss about the middle school will be the pet club, going to the media center, and seeing my friends every day.
Two of my favorite memories that I had at USchool were playing basketball every year with all my friends and how welcoming all the teachers and faculty were.
Things I will miss about the middle school is playing sports for the school as well as being able to hang out with my friends in the hallways and at lunch.
My two favorite memories while at USchool was touring Washington, D.C. with my friends and visiting the Jack and Jill Child Care Center with NJHS.
Two memories I will miss in USchool is working on projects with classmates and playing basketball with friends.
One of my favorite memories is having the opportunity to join a variety of musical electives and performing with my friends. And something I will miss is the friendly and fun environment.
Some of my favorite memories at USchool were meeting my friends and the Boston trip because we got to go on the boat to whale watch.
One of my favorite memories at USchool is attending theater class and being in the night of one act school play. And one of the things I'll miss in middle school will be my friends. I had such a great time at the middle school. I'll miss all of my great teachers and the lessons they taught me and all the fun projects I did. Although I had such good times at the middle school, I'm excited to start high school.
I'll miss playing basketball at lunch, and I'll miss the teachers who guided me throughout my journey at middle school. I will also miss the media center as it allowed me to study and complete projects with my friends.
Two things that I will miss are my friends and the teachers, and I'll miss all the memories we had made here at USchool, but they'll always stay with me.
I'll miss all my friends and teachers here because of all the inside jokes we have.
Two of my favorite memories at USchool are my friends because some of them are going to a different high school, and some certain teachers because they are very nice and understanding.